On my birthday, my sister poured boiling water on me. No one expected what happened next. I never imagined my 26th birthday would end with my skin blistered, my family silent, and my sister in handcuffs. But I also never imagined I'd finally be free. Part 1. The Golden Child and the Spare. In my family, there were 2 daughters. There was Emily, my older sister. And then there was me, Claire, the spare. Emily was everything my parents loved to brag about. Cheer captain, sorority girl, married at 24. Instagram perfect life with a husband who made good money and parents who paid her way through everything. Me. I was independent, which was family code for unimportant. I paid my own tuition, worked 2 jobs through nursing school, lived in a tiny apartment, never asked for help because every time I did, my mom would sigh and say, "Why can't you be more like your sister?" Emily noticed the favoritism too. And she enjoyed it. Little comments, side glances, that fake sweetness that dripped with poison. When my boyfriend proposed, Emily laughed and said, "Wow, I didn't know he was that desperate." When I got my RN license, she said, "That's cute. Real money is in being married." My parents never corrected her. Part 2. The birthday I didn't want. I didn't even want a party. But my mom insisted. 26 is important, she said. We'll do it at our house. Emily volunteered to cook. That should have been my warning. The house smelled like garlic, oil, and boiling water when I arrived. Relatives filled the living room, balloons everywhere. My parents smiling like this was proof they were good parents. Emily hugged me tightly. Too tightly. "Happy birthday, little sister," she whispered. "Let's make it memorable." Something about her tone made my stomach twist. Dinner went fine at first. Laughing, wine, small talk. Emily kept disappearing into the kitchen, clanking pots louder than necessary. Then my mom asked me to help bring out the food. I stepped into the kitchen. Emily stood by the stove, holding a large pot of boiling water, steam rolling up like fog. She turned toward me. Her smile was gone. Part 3. The moment everything changed. It happened in seconds. She tripped. At least, that's what she screamed. The pot tipped. Boiling water crashed over my arm, shoulder, and chest. The pain wasn't pain. It was fire. I screamed so loud the room went silent. My skin felt like it was melting. I fell to the floor, clutching myself, sobbing, gasping for air. Emily dropped the pot and started crying. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was an accident." My mother rushed to her. "Emily, are you okay?" My father stood frozen. No one touched me. My boyfriend, now fiancé, ran in and wrapped me in a towel, yelling for someone to call 911. Emily kept crying. Not because she hurt me, because everyone was watching. Part 4. The hospital and the lie. Second-degree burns. Weeks of treatment. Skin graft discussions. Permanent scarring. Emily visited once. She brought flowers and tears. "I feel horrible," she whispered. "You know I'd never hurt you." I wanted to believe her. But then the nurse pulled me aside. "Your sister asked if you'd be pressing charges." Something clicked. I asked for the police report. Turns out, my cousin had recorded part of the party on her phone. The video didn't show an accident. It showed Emily turning, looking at me and pouring. Slowly. Deliberately. My hands shook as I watched it. Part 5. The family turns on me. When I told my parents I was considering pressing charges, my mom exploded. "Are you insane? She's your sister." My dad said nothing. Emily called me crying. "If you do this, you'll destroy my life." I answered calmly. "You tried to destroy my body." She hung up. My parents stopped calling. My mom posted vague Facebook posts about forgiveness and family betrayal. Emily told everyone I was exaggerating, that I wanted attention, that the burns weren't that bad. Then my lawyer called. We can pursue criminal charges and a civil lawsuit. I said yes. All the way yes. Part 6, Courtroom Truth. Emily pleaded not guilty. She sat across the courtroom from me, dressed in white, hair perfect, crying on cue. Her lawyer painted her as emotional, overwhelmed, jealous, but harmless. Then my lawyer played the video. The courtroom went silent. The judge leaned forward. Emily's face went pale. The prosecutor asked one question. Ms. Emily, why did you pause before pouring the water? She had no answer. The jury didn't need one. Part 7, the verdict. Emily was convicted of assault with a deadly weapon. Boiling water counts. She avoided prison due to a plea deal, but got probation, mandatory anger management, and a criminal record. The civil case. I won. Medical bills, pain and suffering, emotional damages. Enough money, too. Pay off my student loans. Move into a better place. Take time off to heal. My parents didn't attend the verdict, but my mom called afterward, crying. I hope you're happy. I was. Part 8, the aftermath. Emily's husband left her. Turns out, violence isn't cute. My parents tried to reconnect. I said no. I went low contact. Therapy helped. So did scars. Because every time I look at them, I remember. I survived. I spoke up. I chose myself. Final part, the birthday wish that came true. This year, I celebrated my birthday quietly. Just me, my fiancé, and people who love me without conditions. No boiling pots. No fake smiles. And for the first time, I made a wish out loud. May I never accept abuse disguised as family again. And I didn't. After the burns started healing, the betrayal began. I thought the pain would be the hardest part. I was wrong. The real pain came when my family chose her again. My mother stopped answering my calls. My father sent one cold text. This doesn't need to become a legal thing. Emily, meanwhile, was busy rewriting history. She told relatives I jumped toward the pot. She said I was jealous of her marriage. She even claimed I had mental health issues and wanted attention. And people believed her. Why wouldn't they? She was the golden child. Then my cousin sent me something that changed everything. A second video. This one had audio. You could hear Emily say, clear as day, "You think you deserve everything." Then the sound of boiling water pouring. My hands shook as I listened. I realized something in that moment. This wasn't an accident. This was resentment that had been boiling for years. The charges that shook the family. When the police officially charged Emily with aggravated assault, my parents showed up at my apartment for the first time since the incident. My mother cried. My father looked angry, but not at Emily. At me. "You're tearing this family apart," my mom said. I looked at my scarred arm and replied quietly. No, she did. That was the last real conversation we ever had. The courtroom betrayal. The trial was brutal. Emily cried on the stand, saying she loved me. Her lawyer suggested I provoked her. That maybe I moved too fast. That maybe it was mutual chaos. Then the judge asked for the video evidence. When it played, you could hear gasps in the courtroom. Emily didn't look at me. She stared straight ahead, lips trembling. The judge paused the video and asked her one question. "Why didn't you let go of the pot?" She whispered, "I don't know." But I did. The verdict. Emily was found guilty. She avoided prison, but her life still collapsed. Criminal record. Mandatory counseling. Community service. Loss of her job. The civil lawsuit hit harder. She had to sell her car. Her savings vanished. Her marriage didn't survive the headlines. And me. I won enough to finally breathe. And what they never expected. Here's the part no one expected. I didn't feel joy. I felt peace. I cut contact with my parents. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped begging to be believed. I chose people who didn't make me prove my pain. On my next birthday, I stood in front of the mirror, scars visible, smiling. Because the girl who got burned at 26, she finally stood up. And the sister who thought she could destroy me, she learned something too late. Fire doesn't always win. Sometimes, it forges something unbreakable.